Hey guys, we got a brand new sponsor, and that is Factor. Ready-to-eat meals delivered directly to your door.
Now, how much do you guys spend every month on takeout?
Way too much.
Way too much. Now, this can help you with that because you're not going to be ordering $30, $40 meals all the time. These are super cost-effective and delicious.
Not to mention convenient. You get these meals, they are specially packaged. You open it up, all you have to do is throw it in, heat it up for 2 minutes, and you are ready to eat.
Yes. Sounds like my cup of tea. I'm a chef when it comes to...
Joe is terrible at preparing food.
It's perfect.
This is
2
the
minutes.
perfect
It's
service.
amazing.
Perfect service for us, guys. There's over 35 meals to choose from per week, and you don't have to get locked into certain things. You've got it's on a rotation, so it's always something new for you to try. Me personally, I like the Indian style butter chicken. There's the pork chop. Really into pork chop.
Protein.
There's tons of other options on there, including Gourmet Plus. You can get stuff like surf and turf.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
really delicious steaks. And pretty much I've seen anybody that actually tries Factor, and you see all the other videos trying it out that aren't sponsored, they're like, this is actually really delicious, pretty good stuff. So we are so excited to work with Factor and get our meals made for us. I know we always ask Alex to do it, but there's some times where Alex is not here.
I don't live with these guys,
He
yeah.
don't live with us. So we need a way to get these delicious chef-prepared meals. So guys, right now we get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders using our link down below. So click that link in the description or scan this cool little QR code right here with your phone, and it'll get you signed up. And for every Factor meal that we do, it directly contributes to the Angry Joe Show. So it supports what you love. It really enriches you with great nutrients and delicious food. I think you guys are going to love it. Thank you so much, and hopefully you enjoy the video. Check it out.
We did it.
It's over.
Yes. We finally made it.
It's over. We've made it to the end. Now that we have seen it all and the conclusion, how this wraps up, the questions answered, the threads left unresolved, I can finally say, you done fucked it up. You done fucked it up. The Acolyte had unlimited potential, amazing potential,
Yep.
mixing the High Republic with the beginning of the Sith revealing themselves and destroying the Jedi through other means, and creating new characters that are fascinating, that we care about and want to follow. And this series completely fails at its premise. It was a bait and switch. This whole dark side, I guess, begging for a season 2. This was a mess. So stupid. Yet again, we use the rule of if they have a choice, Disney's going to choose the stupidest one. That's exactly what happened. I did a predictions video outside, 100 degrees, sweating my ass off, and I made all these predictions under duress, and I got almost every single one of them right. It's fascinating to go back and watch it now. Go watch it. Except for I thought one of the twins would die or something so they can merge into one Acolyte. But no, Disney is so enamored with these 2 new characters that they've made the sisters, May and Osha. They would never dare kill May and Osha. Instead, we get the best actor killed, the most compelling person, the person trying to elevate this utter shit, utter tripe, this garbage contrived writing, who is elevating it. he has now exited the series because he's gone. He's dead.
We got that banger at the end, that song.
Also predicted. And the fucking chant, Joe!
Yes.
All right, here, you did it. The power of one. The power of two.
We got to sing it now.
The power of two. The power of many.
Terrible ending song.
Over and over and over and over. What a perfect way to end the series, actually. I can't even begin because you just reminded me of the final scene. Quamir holding hands with Osha looking at a sunset. This fucking garbage.
No,
I'll show you how to create life.
This Leslie Headland headcanon fucking trauma
head case
canon disgusting relationship
but he's
that
hot.
was forced together, and he's fucking hot, and he murdered my friends, tried to murder my sister.
He steps forward with the sunlight accentuating his taut muscles. He wades barefoot into the pool.
None of this makes any sense. There are so many elements that we need to talk about that do not make sense. This video is probably going to be our longest. It's probably going to be 2 hours long.
We're close.
I might have to. Our last one was an hour and 38 minutes. I fought for 18 hours straight to get that video up. I'm going to try to avoid that
9
today.
seconds.
Less than 9 seconds of footage. Yes. Sped up helps. I might have to break this into 2, or maybe we just give up in the middle of it, and this is our shortest review. Who fucking knows?
I like that one.
You like that one?
I like that one.
Yeah. Guys, yeah, thank you to our new sponsors, Factor. Let them cook for you, though. They're fucking awesome. Great, delicious.
I don't have
food.
Alex in my house, so I need.
I know we need that.
Substitute.
So let's dive in here. I have so much to say. I know I'm going to monopolize time. I'm going to talk over you. I'm going to yell. I'm going to be pissed.
Okay.
So instead, I want to let you guys go first and tell me what you thought of the episode while I shut up and try it. I'm not going to shut up, by the way. So here we go.
This episode is trash. This series is trash. You should not be watching this. This is fucking horrible. I had so much potential. I had some cool elements in this last episode. I fucking loved when you see Plagueis in the background.
Peepee
You
Tom.
see the kyber crystal changing color. And you see a cool fight scene.
All of those amazing moments.
Had it been done correctly, it would have worked out. But that is just like a corner piece of the puzzle. Once you put everything together, it's just a big pile of shit. That's what the puzzle is. Because I fucking hated the characters.
Big pile of shit.
Hated the characters. Their motivation is still fucking unclear. Like, what, you just switched to the dark side. Soul was with you there. And he killed all your friends. May killed all these fucking Jedi. But you're like, Soul, oh, you killed my mom. It's like, I would have stabbed your mom too if she fucking came at me like a fucking
A
pterodactyl.
monster! Tell her what she turned into, why you were trying to protect
May
her.
was phasing out. I didn't know what was going on. She looked like a monster. I was trying to protect
Tell her.
May.
But again, writer's
Yes.
crutch, where they
Fucking
don't
hate it.
say what they need to say.
And then the
In
dumb...
fact, they say, don't talk anymore. That's just the writer's writing, just like, no, don't do this.
Wanted to tell you so many times, but I couldn't.
Stop talking.
I kept this from you.
Then dumb green-haired or bald lady.
How dare you speak ill of Leslie's wife?
Yeah.
What?
That's how she got the job.
That's
she
her
can't
wife.
act. That's Leslie's wife.
Yes.
Oh, my God. I can't.
Yeah.
Fuck this series.
Yes. So she comes out, it's like, oh, you're still alive. And then she's like, sorry, Soul, I'm going to drag you through the mud even though you're dead. And yeah, it was Soul. Fucking Soul did everything.
Even though they've got holotapes of someone who's not Soul killing
a
all these people.
well-respected person in the Jedi. You're telling me
one of the best
nobody
characters
questions
that I like
this at all?
just done.
Nobody
done.
questions.
No.
That would be the biggest thing to ever happen in the Jedi Temple. Would be the talk of the fucking town that a Jedi murdered all the rest of his colleagues in order to cover something up. And nobody goes, well, wait a minute. Wasn't Soul training younglings just a while ago while Indara died?
Doesn't matter.
But I
It
thought you
doesn't
said
matter.
Soul killed Indara.
Doesn't fucking matter because it's fucking
It
stupid.
makes no sense. It stands up.
Yes.
It doesn't stand up to basic scrutiny.
Yeah. It was just fucking terrible. And May's motivation is like, so, no, we're going to capture you, take you to the High Republic, take you to jail. It's like, okay, well, you just fucking killed everyone else. It's like, you're not as, like, you're still going to get in trouble.
I don't understand
like,
why
no, we'll just wipe
this
her
new
mind.
fucked up family have to separate. It's fucking garbage. There's no reason that May needs to go to the Jedi. There's no reason. She agrees with everything that just happened. In fact, she smiles when she sees Osha kill Sol. Rewatch it.
Oh, no.
She's happy for her sister.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
So why do they have to just, if they have to wipe her mind, why can't keep her with her? Stay with your sister. No, why? Because they
be
have
a
to
Sith.
separate them. They got the crying scene again. So that in season 2 you
fucking
can,
care.
I can't wait till they reunite.
says no one ever.
Yes. These are the 2 worst protagonists in Star Wars ever. The worst characters. I would rather take Reva. Reva has more noble motivation and understandable motivations than these 2.
Yes.
Rose Tika or whatever it is. I would rather take Rose. I would rather take Reva. I'd rather take fucking Uncle Fester rather than these 2. Yes.
It just
They all
makes me.
belong in the trash.
Yeah, it just makes me so mad because, like I said, those are some cool points.
And those
that they
moments
could've
that you
done.
mentioned,
Yes.
the bleeding of the saber.
Stupid.
And we actually see, for the first time, live-action Plagueis. He exists. Both moments fell flat for me. Because you
like,
show
no,
Plagueis and
not
you
on
don't do
this,
anything
not
with it.
on
What's
thi-
the fucking point? Don't link him.
He's there.
Don't link him. Please don't link him. Now you
And
linked him.
at the very end.
The man is 15 years old! If you look up his age. So I guess they're going to fuck with the age of Kai Andy Mundi, and they're going to fuck with this age too, so
And
that
now
they
we got
can
Yoda.
cram it together. And that's even worse, the Yoda cameo. You're telling me
He knows
this
now?
motherfucker cannot sense that Vernestra's about to lie to him, and if she's not going to lie to him, you're going to ruin Yoda! You're going to make Yoda complicit in your fucking garbage! It's one of 2 options. Either Yoda is stupid or Yoda is complicit and his character's ruined. Why do we have this scene?
I don't know.
And he can't sense
just makes me so
something
mad.
going on. He can't sense so many Jedi dying. There's been peace for thousands of years. Hundreds of years, and he can't
And you're
sense
just gonna be
anything.
like,
he doesn't
Soul?
give a fuck. He
Soul
sits in
did
his
it? Yeah,
room
yeah,
in
I
the
believe
dark
that.
until the puppet is controlled. Somebody sticks their fucking hand up his ass. Then he just sits there.
That scene just
Why
made
is
me even
Vanessa
more
in
mad.
control of all of the Jedi? She makes all the decisions. All right, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, like that scene just made me mad. I don't care about the main characters. They were trying to get emotion out of me. It's like, okay, I don't fucking care. We switched spots. You went to the Jedi. What the
The
fuck is that gonna
emotional
do?
beats, yeah.
Nothing.
Where
I
they
don't
cry.
care.
Oh, but you
I
didn't
don't
feel
care.
sad.
No, and then go be a Jedi or go be a
together.
Sith. It's what you choose. I won't stop you this time.
What do you want, Osha? I don't know. This is disgusting.
It is. It is. And it just makes me sad
Sick
because, again, this had potential to be a cool Sith. A cool Sith show.
But the Sith are the bad guys at the end, or the Sith are the good guys at the end. They literally begin the show with begin this episode with Quimir saving Osha and showing concern. Oh, help me.
Yeah, that's the message.
The Sith are the good guys.
Even the guy,
Jedi are the bad guys.
I forgot what that guy's name. From
And
the High
it's
Republic.
so weird because I actually don't kind of have. That's what I've always wanted. I wanted a series like that, but not like this. Not like this.
No.
Not like this. I actually don't have a problem showing the Jedi are kind of fucking
Yeah.
idiots and morons and assholes and corrupt and you know can be susceptible to falling apart.
a better
but again,
way.
not like this. Yeah.
No,
in a
yeah,
better
I
way.
fucking hated it. And then just that whole let's hold hands and look into the sunset scene was fucking. I rolled my eyes. To top it off, the terrible song at the end. It's not good. It's not fucking good.
No. I mean, it's everything that the show has been, right? Like, there are cool moments to the show. I was excited when I saw Darth Plagueis, not for anything that had happened within the show, but immediately I started thinking about other things. Like, holy shit, is he still with Tenebris? Are we at the point now where Khmer is like Khmer is working for him, or is he just simply observing because he wants to experiment on these two? Like, I was thinking about everything other than what was happening in the show because that's cool.
Because Plagueis, reason why I made you excited, made by other writers.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with Leslie Headland.
And then they're going by the rule of cool, which I think works really well in a small group in D&D when you have a small group of people who really don't have much care about everything that's happening. When you have a character bleed a lightsaber immediately, and then we've watched how many things with Anakin murdering children and doing the most heinous bullshit ever, and his is fucking bright blue as shit. It's like, what are we doing? And I get that you're like, oh, it looks cool. It's like, yeah, but it's stupid.
Doesn't look cool.
They're not mood rings. You can't just hold one and just be like, oh, it's fucking red now. The problem is like they're not fans of the original stuff. They want to write their own things. They're like, hey, I think this is cool. It's like, well, you have to check with someone who truly loves the material. And it says, maybe not. Maybe this isn't the way that you do it. The dialogue is still really fucking funny. I mean, it's hilariously bad. Khmer looks at Osha and he's like, "With what ship?" And she's like, "Well, I'm gonna go on your ship with you." He's like, "Okay, we'll take the same ship. We'll see who gets to them first." It's like, you're on the same ship. You're gonna get there at the same fucking time.
I fucking
that's
hated
how ships.
this. I've never. And then she turns his cockpit off. In his own ship, she turns his cockpit off.
Yeah,
so he can't do anything.
To what point, though? What was the point of that scene?
None.
There was no point in the scene.
Because the writing is so bad.
Yeah, and so then there's other really, I love, they're like, hey, set up a perimeter, a 5-click perimeter. And then all of the Jedis just follow each other. They all just start following Basil. There's like 40 people following Basil. And then I
expect a fucking circle. Do you know what a fucking perimeter is?
Yeah.
It's not one. It's not all the Jedi that we just saw following one Basil.
Yeah. And then we got the Basil turn, which, look, I get what they're going for. Look, I get what they're going for.
This is what I said, the stupidest moment.
Yeah, so it's like Sol is clearly going to kill her, and he would be...
It's Darth Basil!
Yeah.
Darth Basil is here!
I know.
He fucks with Sol! But for no reason!
Well, so, I mean, I get why what they're going for. I think it's stupid, but I kind of get what they're going for. They, like, Sol killing them defeats the whole purpose of this whole thing.
Darth Basil?
I want it, but trust me, I want it to be Darth Basil so bad.
There was a little bit of Darth Basil. That motherfucker was wrecking shit.
Yeah, but then he crashes the ship, and it's like, oh, cool.
They survive.
Yeah, everyone survives because you can't die in this thing unless, whatever chokes you. The character motivations, I think, are garbage. I think Sol's motivation the entire time...
Because her ship got bumped, Joe. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But Sol is terrible. Like, I hate Sol. I don't think he's a cool character. Like, any person...
Not anymore.
Any person that would be like, hey, I was defending your sister because your mom was disintegrating her while she turned into a monster.
Yes.
And she goes, there could have been something. Something could have happened.
Don't talk.
Yeah, and so
Stop speaking.
Instead, we got a don't talk, and then Osha goes immediately after she put on the evil helmet and she went full evil. Then I don't know. And so it's like the motivations are bad, the dialogue continues to be bad, and the only things that I find interesting either don't hold up when you think about them for longer than a second, or have me excited about shit that makes me want to go back and read Legends books again.
Yeah, the best part of this series has nothing to do with May and Osha.
Yeah.
It is Sol and Quamir's fight. That lightsaber fight was good.
Yeah.
That's what's holding the episode up for me in terms of score, if we want to give it an individual score. Did you like that part?
I like that part.
Yeah.
I did not like the sister fight.
No. In fact, speaking about bad writing that you mentioned, May literally contradicts herself when speaking to Osha.
Oh, yeah.
I'll talk about it. If you think this is good writing, that there's damnation there in a single line. She can't, like, the people writing the line have no idea how it's even it makes no sense. But keep going.
I mean, I fucking love this guy can 16-year mind wipe people like it's fucking Men in Black.
Just 16, not 17.
And then like easy. He's revving now. Now, granted, I do think that Luke actually uses a mind wipe on one of Jabba's guards, but it's like a mind rub, and it's only peppered. But 16 years, and he does it effortlessly.
And it's just like
that was so. That whole scene, Basil was like, right here, and you can even hear them in the distance. And they're just so casual. They're like, what do you want? And nope, everybody's taking their sweet fucking
That
time
Jedi would've
because the
died.
writers.
That Jedi would have died.
so
What's his
stupid.
name? Mog or whatever.
What about him?
He would have died. Moog.
Yeah.
They all would have died. What does that matter?
He's not a Jedi.
Oh, you mean showing up?
Yeah.
If they finally showed up and
What do
you
we
think
do
that
now?
all three of them would have killed all the Jedi? Sure. I
Yeah.
guess. Fuck the series.
It's silly. I mean, ultimately the problem is I do see a lot of people, reasonable people, not the people who just love it for the sake of, because consume media, but they're like, look, Star Wars has always been kind of silly. True.
Yes.
There's been a lot of weak character motivations in Star Wars. True. There's been some wishy-washy people that change motivations fairly quickly. Also true. The problem is we have all of them. Oh, Anakin changes on a dime, man. That Anakin change is garbage.
No.
Okay.
Fixed by stuff later on. I see what you're saying.
Well, I saw it in theaters, and we didn't have any of that stuff. And watching it, it's like, that sucks.
The first time we see it.
Yeah. And so the problem is we have all of this together. It is poor dialogue. It is poor character motivation. It is poor use of the existing
100%.
world. It is poor acting from, I honestly do not think Vernestra's a
Amandla?
very good.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Maybe that's why, her performance needs to be done by an actress who has acting chops to make that character work. Because it doesn't work.
That's a tough character, and it's like, look, I don't know if it's an impossible task, but you put Glenn Close in anything, and she's going to do a great job. And so it's like I needed someone better. So the problem is it compounds all of these things together.
Yeah.
And I wasn't interested once we figured out that this wasn't like a true Sith Acolyte show, and then I was further disinterested by all of the things I just mentioned. And so there's no foundation, and that's why you're hating for the sake of hating. It's like no. I don't like it because I don't like the writing. I don't like the dialogue. I don't like a lot of the implications that happen, and that's truly why I didn't have a good time.
At this point, most of the people agree with us, at least in our comments. The defenders and lovers of the show that are shutting out all negative criticism, they hang out on other channels. They hang out on the lore channels and well, not even the lore channels now. Now they're mad at it as well.
It's breaking
but
it.
just the consume media channels basically. And how I can prove that this show is an abject failure is it's not even doing the things that Leslie Headland says it's going to do, or she promises. In an interview, they said with Nerdist, they said, "Hey, the twins, where do they come from? How were they created?" That's not my question. It's Soul's question. Leslie, she says, "Tune in next week. Tune in to the finale. We definitely aren't going to leave you hanging." Alex, you do a show like this, you take a lot of risks, you don't really save a lot of those types of questions for a season 2. There are a lot of things you do save for a season 2, but that kind of question is not one of them. Was the question answered?
There's a planet. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I mean, Poe explained it before too. It's like somehow the witches created life.
Somehow. Just because Soul says that they created life does not mean this show. Whatever. Just fuck all this noise. It's really bad.
That's what it is.
And
terrible noise.
it's unfortunate. There are some good moments in the episode with the lightsaber battles with Quamir. In fact, I fucking love his saber. I want one. I want to be able to, and go. Yeah, it's just fucking that little Shoto like Ahsoka has. And actually, it's a reference to expanded lore. Luke was fighting some female dark side user that had a light whip, and he uses the Shoto to sort of strangle the light whip. So I think that's why Quamir chooses to use a Shoto. So with an eventual showdown with Vernestra in a potential sequel, season 2. But showing the ultimate message where Soul is a flawed person who could not own up to his mistakes and had an unhealthy, weird, gross obsession that turns into, at the end, he's like, "I love you."
I did everything because I love.
What?
as a doctor.
And then,
Yeah,
and then, but she stops him before he says, "I love you," and she doesn't even want to hear from the person who raised her and trained her and was a father figure to her why she killed her mother. You wouldn't want to know why? No.
Well, he also he's been spending 4 episodes telling Osha, "I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you." Given an opportunity to tell him before he fucking dies, and he says nothing.
Well, yeah, he right. He doesn't say the right words. What it actually was, why he killed her mother.
I was protecting you.
That's all she cares about, right
Turned
there.
into a demon.
She and the end. OSHA, this whole parent trap thing or swapping spaces, Freaky Friday. I hate it. It was stupid. This mystery box was dumb as fuck. We saw it coming. They switch their places. OSHA finally becoming the Acolyte is not this huge, profound moment that was effective at all. And it's extremely messy, clumsy, awkwardly told, unsatisfying, poorly written. The only really good thing about this series, I like Quamir.
Thank you for leading me to her. We make a great team.
I like that character. And you fucked up Soul. He was great at first. He fucked it up. The Jedi suck. Everybody sucks. I hate these protagonists. And then you're teasing at things that would be way better shows. Plagueis, just it's sad.
Yeah, now we got more questions with Mundi and Yoda.
Way more questions, potentially corrupting other things. Yoda, and here's the thing: Plagueis was so cool to see. He looks great.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that they got the fucking look of him correct. Thank God they didn't do something worse of all the dumb decisions Disney has made. They could have said, they could have made him Squidward. They could have made fucking Quamir Plagueis. But they showed restraint. They said, no, we're going to do the book version of Plagueis the way he looks in Legends. The problem now is, if it's now Leslie's playground. Well, there's a season 2. Plagueis is under Leslie's control. All the writing that comes out of Plagueis' mouth, all his ideas, everything is going to be tainted and ruined by these talentless hacks. And it actually already has, because the implication is that he is observing and skulking around in a cave and seeing how life was created. This is a test run. This is what gave him the idea to create Anakin himself. Fucking Osha and May, some witches in a fucking stupid-ass planet making stupid-ass double chosen ones. Twice the fun. Just 2 times more powerful than Anakin. And 2 times is better. The power of 2. The power of many. And Leslie is doing her best to backflip in interviews, saying, no. They're not as powerful as Anakin. No, this didn't happen before Anakin. Anakin was truly a unique one. Look at all of it. It is hilarious. How she's trying to backflip now.
Like instantly, she's just like doing force chokes and
she's this is like the precursor. This is before Anakin, but not. It wasn't an immaculate thing before Anakin. Anakin was the one. This was like tests. Like maybe it was experimentation, like an early Anakin, but not an early Anakin. No. Wait. What I mean.
She picks up a saber and instantly bleeds it the first time she holds it.
Because she's real mad.
So you have to be fucking beyond Anakin level, because that dude murdered an entire classroom
Jedi
of
killed
children.
them kids.
And that thing was bright blue as shit. And then
that's I don't think that's how bleeding works.
It's supposed to be you meditate.
But that's why
you meditate and corrupt the crystal over long periods of time.
Leslie wanted a cool effect, and frankly, it was disappointing. I wanted to see what bleeding looked like in live action. Yeah. It looked dumb. I hated it.
Like, I think done better, it would have been cool.
There needed to be a force blast, an explosion, red light everywhere. No, that was dumb. It looked like a popsicle. It looked like a fucking carnival effect.
I do want a popsicle.
I do, yeah, the blue pop. Or
See,
the
this show
pop.
is reminding me of stuff like, you want to get
God,
popsicles?
yes, God damn it.
It's like a mood ring.
My favorite popsicle is the.
So what are they gonna do?
SpongeBob,
What are they
I
gonna do
love
with
it.
the
May,
SpongeBob
though?
with the gumball eyes?
The
They got
crazy
rid
eyes.
of the gumball eyes
kids were
because they were
kids are stupid?
disgusting.
Yeah.
They were disgusting, and probably kids are stupid. Now it's fake chocolate.
Oh, no.
It doesn't taste very good. But
the strawberry shortcake bars are really
fucking one
good.
is really
50-50 bars.
those-
The
guys,
creamsicle ones.
stop it!
No,
Stop
no,
trying to distract me.
that is
I know what you're
way
doing.
better.
I know what you're doing. This we need to talk about this series.
So May, now May has a new robot. Like, get it? Because she is also in
Another
the
thing.
factory reset.
Soul Tighter.
May shows concern for Pip.
Brace yourself, Pip!
Pip, hang in there as we're going into the asteroid field. You remember that?
This suit's
This
fine.
isn't OSHA! You literally killed Pip! You reset his ass!
They both got
To
reset.
serve
Joe.
you! Why are you showing care and
They're-
concern for something you just murdered?
There are two, now there are one.
Yes.
The-
They both got reset.
Shut! I
Factory
fucking
reset.
hate this stupid fucking series and these writers. It makes no sense.
Get it? It's the same body but different mind.
Yeah, don't you love that when Soul tied her up, he left the lockpick robot in her pocket, and she didn't even have to force pull it or anything. She just had it in her hand.
Little
and then
did she know-
he didn't see that she was doing stuff, and then he gets stabbed. 'cause
But
he's
little
dumb.
did she know he was gonna tell a
Everything.
17-hour story.
It doesn't matter. Everything is so fucking cheap. The way the story progresses, the way they try
Where's
to
the
get
money,
to
Leslie?
a contrived
Where's
point
the money?
in the story the writers come up with. They need to get there, and it feels forced.
Yeah.
Without it feeling natural, like the characters pick these decisions for a reason
Mm-hmm.
because they got the motivations, and that's naturally how we're getting to this point. No, everything is contrived and forced to get to a point that the writers want to emphasize, and that is amateur. It's a writing issue. If the writers were ranked on a Madden scale, like their speed, they're not 98 speed, they're like 23. They're 23 out of 100. How did we put bench warmers on the Star Wars team?
get
Someone that
tired.
would be cut in Pee Wee football is literally on the varsity team, throwing 5 interceptions in a row, like I just did in college football.
You're
Maybe they
still
have
starting.
Bench their ass.
Maybe they used to be good, and they got CTE.
Bench their asses. If the same writers are going to write season 2, because you know Disney is in a fucking corner, they have to do season 2. They have to.
At $180 million.
Where the fuck is OSHA
It
and
can't-
May into the Phantom Menace? What the fuck? Where is Quamir?
Peanut allergy.
They have. That's a Last
Well, that's
of
what
Us
scares me
reference
too.
point.
It's like this is 180. They're gonna have to lower the budget next season. So what the fuck is that gonna look
And
like?
you're telling me that Leslie Helen's wife, a shitty actor, single-handedly brings down the entire Jedi Order for the future by doing all this cover-up shit, blaming her motherfucking friend, destroying the man's legacy, blaming him to selfishly hide her own. It is confirmed that Quamir was her fucking pupil.
Yep.
So I guess the light whip scar is her scar. So she went a Luke in Rise of the Skywalker. We know how you all love the Last Jedi. Luke getting mad.
Killing a
She
kid.
went one step further because Disney loves all the shit that they create. So she had to go one step further and whip him. Maybe he did something real bad. He was about to kill a kid or something, and she had to whip him, and that's the excuse that Disney is going to come up with. Because she will protect the children.
Well, she said
And she said, get on out of here.
she
After
told
she whipped him.
Soul, "Hey, I'm sorry. That should be enough, Joe."
Yeah.
Oh, his dead body?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Okay,
said- she
thank
said
you.
He's
that.
like, "I'm sorry."
So fucking stupid. She destroys the Jedi right there in this moment. Plants the seeds for their destruction. Fuck Vernestra, the worst Jedi
But
character
wait,
ever.
there's more.
Is
Along
she a
with
bad
Soul.
guy in the? I won't read those books.
No, she's not a bad guy. She's a good guy.
But so they're just changing the character.
She had some trouble with one Padawan that was kind of getting a little mean and dark, but then they resolved it. They apologized at the end. Everything's cool. And I guess she started playing around with the dark side of shit again. Or another. No, I get it. It's like, see, poetry, it rhymes. Another time, another Padawan of hers hers. Another pupil was starting to turn to the dark side, and this time she couldn't apologize and get all of them together, and he just went off on his own. But do you see how fucking... And then this series has the fucking gall to just rip straight lines and all this, try to do the rhyming thing. She's like, I see you in hell, Jedi, like she's Han Solo, just stealing his line straight up. It's like, come up with your own lines. Come up with your own shit. In the final sequence, Quamir suddenly turns into the Emperor. Yes, I feel your anger. Strike him down and your journey will be complete. Like literally lifting the exact fucking lines.
Strike him down, and your journey will be complete.
So the best writing of the show is written by somebody else, and you're aping it poorly. With less emotional resonance and impact. They literally do the end of Return of the Jedi with Luke, his father, and the Emperor. One of the greatest scenes of all time. And they try to push it as, I made this.
Good, May. Feel your anger.
Oh, no, it rhymes. See, it rhymes. That's why we did it. We did it exactly the same. It is garbage. I knew that we weren't going to get Coral. I knew that we weren't going to get none of the explanation to nothing.
Well, we know how May survives. She got sucked into a tube.
Yeah.
Again, Star Wars, it rhymes. Just like Luke when he fell and he got sucked into the tube on Bespin in the exact same way. They're like, ha-ha, see? Ha-ha-ha! We explained it. It wasn't Coral that rescued her. It was stupid. And you can't criticize ours because then you'd be criticizing Luke and the original trilogy. Do you think that was stupid? Yes.
I have a question though. So Luke was rescued by his friends who used, his space magic to call them. She was a child on an abandoned planet with no one else at all alive. Every single other person on the planet was dead.
No, we just don't see that part.
Yeah,
she goes to the tree.
I want to know how she
and then Quamir finds her
on a planet
I know what's happening in season 2. Quamir and motherfucking Plagueis show up to that planet.
Do you think that Quamir
researching the witches and the virgins, and they find and they're like, oh well, let's go.
You're filling it in.
You.
Don't fill it in.
I'm filling. No, I'm trying. I'm just telling you what's going to happen.
I don't know for sure. I could see it being both ways, that Plagueis has Quamir as an apprentice, or it's just something that he's observing.
There's a way to fix it. And I'll tell you in the spoilers that there's a way to fix this series.
Yeah, you cancel season 2.
Okay, and you have to listen to this, and you have to implement it, Leslie, if you're getting a season 2, because it will fix all the backflipping you're trying to do with Anakin. I'll just say it now. So this is Plagueis' plan. He's not 15 years old. He's much older, and he's already enacting the plan. The witches are his plan. He set them up. He helped create Osha and May as an experiment for his first try at creating life. He's letting it all play out. He sent Quamir to go pick up May when you're wondering where. If that is the thing, big brain fucking moves. I'm going to up your points a little bit. And you have to listen to this. Because whatever way you were going to do, stupid. That way, much better. Because it's, okay, I failed. And eventually, either he destroys Quamir, May, Osha, kills them all. He has to. They have to be getting rid of, okay? They can't exist anymore. It was a failed experiment. The real chosen one is Anakin. So we have to eventually get to Anakin. He tries again, fails with Anakin, and then, well, it's still up in the air. And even Disney, even LucasArts didn't have their thing right. It was either he tried to create life, the Force rejected it, and as a response created Anakin to mock him. Another interpretation of, because all of the thing with the image in the comic, and he planted Sidious planted the thing, so it was a direct result. It was a successful thing that eventually Sidious and went on with.
I like this Force spiting him.
Yes, I like this Force spiting him as opposed to the other explanations, what I don't think I did justice. Anyways, guys, this has gone completely off the rails. I'm talking about the greater thing. That's like the series implications on the greater Star Wars whole. We're trying to just do this particular episode, and this particular episode has some good moments, but again, it is held back by stupid writing, really confused, messy, wild character decisions that aren't set up. Even though this one was one of the longer episodes, 40+ minutes, it still feels rushed. There's so much.
Nothing.
It's not a satisfying conclusion
not.
whatsoever, and it fails at what it was trying to do. Let's go ahead and give this a final verdict in this particular episode only, and then we'll go into the breakdown, and then we will go into the series rating.
This is a 2. I didn't enjoy it, honestly.
Ooh-za!
It was a cool
Are you sure,
scene.
Joe? Are you forgetting any scenes?
The fight,
Okay.
Darth Plagueis.
Yeah. I mean, Darth Plague is literally 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And honestly, probably
What
shouldn't
else?
have been in there.
What else is badass?
Well, that's what I'm asking. I just want you to
Yeah.
go through it.
Yeah. Okay.
Basil's pretty sweet. He's still
Yeah,
pretty
but
cute.
then
I
he
cannot
switched.
believe Basil is still in this.
I know.
It's so fucking stupid. What is
is.
Basil doing? He's still pivotally a part of this. The
He
tone
saves
is so
May.
fucking
He's
off.
saving May.
It's so stupid.
First he attacks May. He was like, all right, now I'm going to help May.
I don't get it.
Yeah, these people just
He's
don't
a
know what the fuck
pacifist.
they're doing. Their motivations are all over the place. The characters I don't fucking like anymore. The main characters didn't like. Their character arc was fucking atrocious. Soul, don't like him anymore. The whole dialogue was fucking stupid. I hated the interactions here. It's like, yeah, I killed your mom, but this is what happened. Yes, I killed your mom. Silence. Okay, now I'm going to kill you.
I'm sorry. I love you.
The whole go be a Sith. I won't stop you this time. I'm going to cry now. Hated it.
Hated it.
And the Jedi being dumb. And now Yoda is going to be lied to.
Shit,
Or
man.
is he
You're
going to be
convincing me,
he's
Joe.
gonna
You're convincing
help
me.
with this cover up.
We see all this bad shit coming.
And
You're
then
going to ruin Plagueis. You're going to ruin Yoda.
yeah, Sith was the best part of this show.
This needs to stop.
I like the fight scene, but then afterwards, like, oh, let's go look at the ocean. Let's hold hand, Alex.
This needs to stop, Joe. Do you think they'll stop? Would you
Yes,
be okay
stop.
if they stop?
No, I don't want
'Cause
no more of this.
Is Disney okay with stopping, Alex?
No,
because
they're not.
Are they ever going to resolve Reva? They did the thing. Last minute reshoots, she lives. Are they going to resolve that? Last minute, she should have died. It was originally written Reva dies. But now she's just out there. They're never going to resolve it, are they? So what I'm saying is now they could let Osha and May, they could just never resolve it. Maybe that's best.
And then, yeah, you reminded me of that scene too. May and Osha fighting.
Yeah.
May should have just like knocked
so
her out. It's like,
stupid.
hey,
You're right.
stop! I could
Joe,
kick
you're
your, I could
convinced.
kick your ass. Like I've been training.
All of a sudden,
I could kick you. I've been
Osha
training
is super
forever.
powerful on the fighting level of May, who
She
has
wasn't
trained with
trying-
Quimir forever, almost her whole life to be a goddamn assassin to get revenge, and all of a sudden Osha is that and perhaps more powerful.
'Cause
If
she's
you want to do
angry.
it, if you want to say they're the same person, already seeing the typing from Mega Defenders, Big Brain Mega Defenders, it needs to be depicted better.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I
that's
mean,
the
that
biggest
wouldn't
issue.
work because otherwise a mind wipe
It's-
wouldn't work if they're the
It's
same
just
person.
the writing and getting to a particular point, like Indara killing every single fucking witch in the entire planet
Yes, that doesn't. Well, that's like
with
in
one
the-
move, and she didn't even know she did it. So stupid.
Yeah, and I like how he puts his memory wipe to just 16 years.
It's perfect.
Exactly 16 years.
He's really good.
He is.
The only moment she remembers is
That boy good.
his
He killed
mother
my mom.
dying.
Your sister? I have a sister.
It's perfect.
Yep. No,
So would you give it a 2?
a 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like this is for me. I think that there's some bright spots. I was admittedly excited to see Plagueis. I don't think the show
We
deserves.
got Plagueis.
I don't think the show deserves my excitement for it, but it did because it's something it's a pivotal character. We've been hearing about Darth Plagueis the
And the reason
Wise.
why we're so excited is because better writers have made him exciting and it made that potential, and now we're gonna have that destroyed.
Yeah. And so I don't like the character motivations. I haven't liked them the entire time. I think it's very, very poor. We are getting places because we have to get places because it's just the next thing that we drew up in the writer's room, and nothing feels natural. So we've got borrowed dialogue, we've got a borrowed world, and the only things that are truly original are things like May and OSHA, and I really don't like the things that they themselves created. The things that I do like are things like lightsaber fights that they didn't come up with. Again, they're borrowing from better things. And honestly, I think a lot of my excitement for these fights are me reminiscing about better fights. Because
Kung Fu.
Because I love the Kung Fu stuff. Liu Kang bicycle kicked that motherfucker in the chest.
I loved it.
And I was like, this is great.
They're even doing Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, slowdowns.
Yeah.
Like that team, they better have gotten some of the millions of the 180 million.
Vanessa got all the money.
Yeah,
I promise.
Your wife.
Yeah. But then to contrast that, I don't think that the May and OSHA fight was any good. If you want to show that both of these people are rising in the Force, awesome, I'm in. Instead, we got sad kicks in a weird room. And it's like, no, they're not powerful because they can kick people. They're powerful because both of them have the power of push and block and the power of Manny, right? And so it's like, I don't think this episode is pretty good.
No, they're all dead. So the power of two.
Power of two. And it's a very important power. And so I don't think this episode was successful. I don't think it's as bad as 2 because I think that there are some episodes that are worse than this. I do think that the lightsaber fight held it up a little bit.
That's what
I hate giving it. I mean, I was excited to see Plagueis, and again, I'm going to admit I was excited to see it, so I have to take that into consideration.
Were you excited to see Yoda?
No, because he looks older than he did in the prequels, and I think they did a bad job with the puppet. So I don't know. Maybe I just have seen too much Yoda. I don't care. So I'm going to give this, I think, a 3. I think this is a bad show, and I think that the lightsaber fights aren't enough to hold up all of the things that I despise. Yeah. Characters not talking to each other over. Give me a one-word answer of what you did, and it's something that bothers me so much because we're so much talking about like the Jedi trying to work through things as negotiators and peacekeepers, and having the negotiator and peacekeeper go, "I killed your mom," no other context whatsoever. When we, the audience, and even May was there when she turned into a fucking demon.
She wants answers.
And so it's like, what's silly
I don't want answers.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm going to tell you. How many times did he say that he was going to tell OSHA what happened? And he died without ever telling OSHA what happened. Remember, we made a prediction that it's like he's going to tell her next time? He never told her shit. He never told her anything. I'm going to give this 2 points. Next season, he comes as a Force ghost. He's like, I got something to tell you. Holy shit, you still didn't tell me.
Fuck!
Yeah.
And you know what? They do it, too, even though you're not supposed to Force ghost yet until Qui-Gon figured it out. But no, he figured it out first because he was experimenting. Leslie says he experimented with Force ghosts before. The power of 1, the power of 2, the power of many.
He taught Qui-Gon. And that's what happened. He just never. He's so he didn't want to take credit for anything. So I don't think this episode didn't work for me. And I do think that there are bright spots, and I want to give those spots credit. The problem is, I think that the important things about a TV show for me are the characters, the dialogue, and the story. And none of them I thought were better than. They're not average, and they feel worse than below average, and that's why I have to give it a 3. I think it's bad.
That just pissed me off though, because like he could have just been like, "Oh, this is what happened. Okay, now you can kill me."
Not good enough.
Yeah, now you could kill me.
Yeah, that's no excuse.
But instead of just like, go ahead, kill me. Fucking tell her.
Yeah. 3 out of 10. You were like 4, 3. Joe went 2. I originally, I think I was, 3, 4 territories simply because of how much I love the fight between Soul and Quill. But you take that away, and everything else around it is so bad. In fact, it makes things worse. It shits on these other characters. It's spreading. It's all the decisions make no sense. I see the writer's room. I see them farting and sniffing their own farts. It's terrible. It's awful. And I don't know how we got to this point. It's a 2. It's a 2 out of 10. 1 point because of the fucking badass, fight scene. And I want that saber. I want to fucking have it. And I can't believe there's one character in this shit pile that I want to remove from it and I want to like in the future. And now, but now it's forever tied. Get the helmet and the lightsaber. I like Quamir.
Do you think the helmet stays on during sex?
Yes. Most definitely. That's how he gets some more pumping in, because the Force powers, something like that. All right. Anyways, let's go into the episode breakdown. But again, to justify my 2 is I cannot stand May and Osha, these characters that are like, yes, I want to do this. No, I don't want to do this. Yes, now I want to do this. No, I don't want to do that. I'm only loyal to my sister. I'm going to leave my sister behind to die. Now I don't want to train with you to be dark side. Now I want to train with you to be dark side. All for contrived reasons that, my sister has to separate. She has to be arrested by the Jedi. Why? There's no reason.
Yeah.
Take her with you.
You hate the sisters.
You only want to be with her.
You hate the sisters. You hate the Jedi. You hate the witches. You're just rooting for the bad guy. That's it.
It's so stupid. And I have a summary of how she thinks and how she goes back and forth, and I can't find it because I've written so goddamn much here. We're just going to jump into I'll find it when we go into the episode breakdown. So that's it. You can stop right here. That's the long and short version of it. You want the series breakdown, the series as a whole, stay tuned for that. That's later. Episode breakdown right now.